Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a bonus game on Beckett Industries from a patron of mine. Bottom left, we have our red Zerg player. It is Daniel. And at the top right, it's myself. You want to recognize his name from games that I've cast this month. So it's a blue Protoss versus a red Zerg here on Beckett Industries. Should be an excellent time. So yeah, myself supports me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for $10 a month, which gives him the right to send me any replay once a month. And I will cast it. No questions asked. And this is the replay that he selected for this month. Alright, what are we doing? Well, interestingly enough, not going 16, 18, 17. Here is Daniel. Going for a pool first play into an extractor. And saturate that gas. Okay, he's saturating the gas, and then he's getting an expansion. So he's worried about getting cannon rushed. He's worried about getting proxied. Myself is not doing any of that stuff, but he's doing a bit of a PvP style build with 2 gates and a cyber core with no expansion yet, which is something you definitely do in PvP because, well, if you don't have 2 gates, you die to the aggression that comes at you, whether it's stalkers or adepts or sentries or whatever. So you got to be very, very safe. Get those 2 gates out. But against Zerg, a 1-gate expand is perfectly fine. Unless you're worried about getting Ling flooded or Bailing busted or something, and then sure, having this 1-base play is totally awesome. I mean, recognizing goes a pool first from the Zerg player too is a good thing to do. So the Lings show up, and man, we are not expanding at all. Getting a Twilight Council, getting another gateway. The Lings are like, okay, there's not a second base from the Protoss. Do not expand again. Daniel needs to know 2 bases against a 1-base Protoss is fine. You don't have to take another base here. Don't try to saturate too many bases because there could be a big, like, 4 Warp Gate style attack coming at you, or possibly some kind of DT shenanigans. So charge is on the way, but also there's a Templar Archives. So maybe DTs and charge lots. That's what I like about these lower level games. This is about a Midrank Madness style game, right? So APMs are not super hot. But, you know, what we get to see here are things that we don't normally get to see, like a 2 Roach, 3 Zergling attack onto a 1-basing Protoss that is just going to get eaten alive here. Like, one of the Zealots is going to die, and I think that's it. Yeah, get out of there. These are even slow Zealots, man. They don't even have speed, and they're going to beat your butt. Wait, hold on. Is the move speed of Zealots and Roaches exactly the same? Dude, it is. Look at that. He can't get any hits off at all. He's not faster in the least bit. So the Roach comes home, where we're throwing up a wall of some kind. We're also getting a Spine Crawler. I like that too. Second base is now coming in from myself. Zealots are just gonna, are they gonna go? I was gonna say, just kind of blindly following a Roach onto creep is not the greatest of ideas. You're not sure what's in there. So this is not, I understand the concept of walling off here, but this is not walled off. There's still a huge corridor for Zealots to come in. So Zealots checking, is there a base there? No. Is there a base here? They're probably going to check next. Yeah. Going to take that hard right a couple times and bam, nothing there. Excellent news. Okay, I think did he check here? I don't think he did. I think he turned around inside the speed zone. So actually sending a Zealot down here to check would have been nice. I think that's what he's going to do now. So these guys here to deny 3rd base in that location. These 2, oh, maybe not denying anything. Maybe wandering into death where there's a billion Roaches here to murder you. I guess we're scouting Zealots now because we're very fast. We can do that. Okay, yeah. So gets a scout off, scouts the Hydralisk Den. Well done. And tries to kill a Queen, but can't because, again, too much army here. 21 to 13 army supply. Honestly, if Daniel just goes now with 7 Roaches and like maybe makes a bunch of Lings with the 800 minerals he's floating, he can maybe just win. There's not a lot here to stop that from happening, actually. So here's another tip here from myself. For myself, haha. If you're going to get a Templar Archives, do something with it, like Research Storm or make some High Templar and turn them into Archons. I like the Twilight Council. I like that you got charged. That was great. But if you're getting a super fast Templar Archives, you don't actually need... You're not using it for anything, right? You don't need the Templar Archives to make a Dark Shrine, for example, if that's what you're trying to do there. Anyway, slow warping in. Ooh, there are some High Templar here. Did we research? Oh, we researched Storm. I apologize. I'm so sorry. You did get Storm. Myself's like, Falcon, why are you yelling at me? I definitely got Storm and you weren't paying attention. That's correct. That is accurate. I'm very, very sorry. We got Storm, everyone. I'm being mean for no reason. Sorry. I saw the APM and I was like, meh. Ooh, Warp Prism. Warp Prism's dead. Charge lots do not quite like what they see here. It's 49 to 31 army supply. There's no splash damage, at least on this side of the map, to deal with that. There are some, again, High Templar, we saw these guys. They have enough energy for 1 storm apiece. Also, there are some DTs warping in. DT, one of those units, way better at the lower leagues than it is at the higher leagues. It's still used and good at the higher leagues. But as harassment at the 20-minute mark of a game when a million things are happening, and then DT show up and blink on top of a planetary and kill it, DT openings just don't really work all that much in the lower leagues, but the professional leagues. But in the lower leagues, they do. Third base ninja here from myself at the 12 o'clock position. Loving that. And yeah, Robotics Bay coming in. Triple Forge. I like it. I like going triple upgrades. It's expensive, but dang, it's awesome. Oh, these zealots just are absolutely toast. One shall survive to tell the others what horrors he hath seen. And Daniel is taking a third base now, so that's good. So he's getting a third base. Fourth base required-ish. I mean, by the 10-minute mark, if you don't have a fourth base, you're probably not macroing super well, which is exactly what's happening here. But myself, maybe going for some Storm and some Colossus for splash damage. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Having all the types of splash damage against Zerg, I'm never going to tell a Protoss player not to do that. I guess maybe if they're on one base and they're trying to go Colossus and High Templar and Archons and Disruptors, it's not enough income to pull that off. But you know what? There's a third base here from myself. He's got good saturation, oversaturation on his natural base, but not by too much. That's okay. And yeah, it should be able to afford it. So he's making a Colossus. He's getting DT Blink. Trying to see if the DTs are moving out. They're just sitting here as part of the army. Yeah. There are Overseers from Daniel. Getting Overseer or just Overlord speed is amazing for Overseers. They're already faster than Overlords, but once they get the speed upgrade, they're zippy. They can almost keep up with this army perfectly. Okay, not close. They're going to be lagging, but not as bad as this. Dude, if he finds this base and kills it, Daniel's in a great position. I like that he's looking. Like, too many times in lower league games, this never happens. Oh, that's great. He lets all the probes get away scot-free, which the AI would have not done. That was target firing that Nexus, and myself is down to 2 bases all of a sudden, which is why it's the risk, right? You take a Ninja Expand, you get away with it. Thumbs up, you get all the income. Everyone's very happy. You don't get it, and it dies. You're the saddest. You just are. Creep spread, pushing now. So 85 to 82 army supply. If you're an even army supply against a Protoss, you're probably going to lose that fight, Zerg. So I don't know that I recommend going in. All right, we're just going to force an engagement, I guess. Pull back to the... Man, some shield batteries here would be pretty hot, too, for the Protoss. But, Storm... Oh, just eating them. Not dodging at all. Not splitting at all. Just eating all of the Storm. And that changes it up. And Daniel knows that. He's like, Storm is so good. Why is Storm so good? He's taking a fourth base now at 12 minutes. Myself just re-naked expands at the 12 o'clock. I like it. I like the mind games. He's like, yo. What are the odds I'm going to expand there again with no defense? And Daniel's like, not good. And myself goes, hee 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 hee. And he laughs to himself. That's exactly what he did, and it's very devious. Aspire's on the way, which I kind of like. There's not a ton of anti-air here. There are 3 Stalkers, man. Yeah. If you can get up, like, 12 mutas, I think you might just win. Unless you eat Storms again, which I can't promise you won't do. Because that's what kind of game this is. But anyway. Ow. 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 Myself loses another base, but guess what? Daniel... He's in trouble. He's going to lose a base here, too. Zealots, Spines are trying to save the day, but no. So are we just going to base race here? We're base trading, at least. That's 2 bases of myself for 2 bases of Daniels. I mean, the natural isn't dead yet, but it's seconds away from getting under attack and getting absolutely obliterated. Also, the fact that these drones are heading down this direction should be an indication to you of what's going on here. Oh, the DTs are just going to eat everything anyway. Coming back home to save it, though. And the DT's not doing as well. There's overseers around and whatnot. Corrosive Biles trying to... Wow, that one spot of ground is very corrosive biled. And myself's like, well, I guess I'm going to hold this ramp. I am so outnumbered. 107 to 55 total supply. Save the hive. You can save the hive. That's easy. All right, so the hive is saved. Army values 107 to 29. This is where you turn around and move to the enemy base and kill them. I know there's High Templar here. I know there's a bunch of Storm, but like 104 to 47 supply is a massive advantage. This DT casually has 13 kills. I think most of those are drones. All right, Daniel, you don't have enough money, but I need you to re-expand to one of these places or send your drones down to this base and have them mine it normally. You need mineral income right now. Oh, that's just wrong place, wrong time stuff there, yo. Wrong place, wrong time. Ooh, 107 to 59 supply. And I say just a move, but like, you have a Roach Hydra Ravager army. None of these things are super incredible tanky against Psionic Storm. So like maybe don't do that, but I still feel like roving around and killing your opponent's third bases at least is a really good idea. So he sees there's not a base here. All right, so he didn't counterattack instantly, but this is kind of what I wanted him to do. Storm is up. Storm is up. Corrosive Bile's doing some work. Colossus, 2 Colossus, getting some spray here. And Daniel's smart enough not to just face smash directly into death here. Maybe he is. Maybe he is not that smart. He's pulling back. Look, the army that you have now is the army that you have. He's down from 107 to 60 after that? I thought he was doing better, keeping his stuff alive. Nope. No, not at all. Once again, you do not get a third base, myself. That is the situation. Dude, kill these pylons. Kill these pylons! What are you doing? How did you know about this? I don't know how you knew about this, but you did. Like, I'm not going to accuse you of map hacking, but that was very strange that you discovered that. Maybe you were just coming home to deal with this one zealot attack that is chopping up all of your drones. But neither player are building anything right now, which is definitely the sign of a lower league game. That's okay. Like, there's an emergency happening for Daniel. Oh, another War Prism. Is that the third War Prism of the day? It is. Third War Prism of the day. And it's super visible. Like, the Overlords are right. Go wander over here with your hiders and kill it. It's not going anywhere. Bam. All right, so third War Prism down. Rough day for those guys. A third Colossus, I think, would be an amazing choice here for myself, but also a third base would be super good too. So long distance mining here from the third location, a traditionally third location anyway, and he finally gets enough money to expand there. And will not be supply blocked because nice counter here. Charge lots, Storm and Colossus eat up the entire Zerg army, who's like, I guess they're focus firing pylons. Oh, it's so poorly. This is the power of spell casting in lower leagues, man. If you can handle storming as a Protoss, you're going to get promoted to Diamond pretty fast. I mean, it's the hallmark of a good Diamond player that they can use storms effectively, and I mean, that's exactly what myself is doing here. The Colossus are good, but man, it's the storms that are connecting super hard with these Hydras and these Roaches. The tables have turned. It's 47 to 24 total supply in favor of the Protoss, and I just don't... What does he have? I mean, the good news is for the Zerg is that Corruptors are amazing against Colossus, and there's nothing that can shoot up. Oh no, storming them isn't actually all that effective either. Recall! Recola! Okay. Gets out. Is building Zealot. No. We just had this discussion. You need some Stalkers. Or at least some cannons you can fly over. Oh boy, we're double expanding, huh? Feeling real good about things, I suppose. Fair. That's fair. But honestly, a few Stalkers would do your composition very good. So Daniel's finally retaking his ancestral homelands down here. He's on 4 bases technically, but only at 39 workers. But like myself's only on 42 and is effectively on 1 base. So that's not good. Myself needs to change this, and he is. He's going to head right on down. Guess we could check upgrades. Those have been coming in, yeah, so 1-1-1 against 1-1. So yeah, about even on the upgrades. Is 2-2 on the way? Nah, we got 1-1, and that's pretty much it for now for both of these players. But too much of the supply is Corruptors, man. It's 8 Corruptors and 7 Hydras. That's the army here. There's no way. Okay, Archon in dealing with Corruptors, not bad. Dude, just turn around and kill this stuff. Myself is being a little too passive here. Oh, these Stalkers are not meant to fight Hydras. These Stalkers are meant to be fighting the Corruptor guys. All right, Daniel's been given some breathing room here. Myself building another pylon as he is not supply blocked. But warping in some Zealots. Heck yes. If your enemy is going heavy on Hydralisks, charge lots are amazing against them. They chew them right up. It's been the case since Brood War. Since 1998, launch of StarCraft 2, speedy Zealots against Hydras have been great. So not as good as I expected them to be there, actually. Working on additional upgrades, though. So that's nice. Going for 2-2-2 across the board. That triple forge is coming into play. Man, place your bets now. 57 to 48 total army supply. The Protoss has more and more workers at 42 to 40. And I just don't like the composition of Daniel here. Like, all these Hydras are dead. Yeah, so I mean, oh, if you storm them, that is. No, storm the Hydras. Let the Archons kill the Corruptors. Okay, it's tricky. I know it's tricky. I get that. I do. But you need to be, the Archons need to be under the Corruptors, and then you storm the Hydras, and then the Hydras are dead. You don't have to worry about them anymore. Or, you know, okay, this is where you do it. This is where you storm the Hydras. Yes! And now the Archon is going to help, kind of. Also worried about the Overseer, but does chase the Corruptors away from this only source of income that myself has. Okay, this is another source, but it only has 2 probes on it, so it doesn't count as all that much. And this is great. This is what professional Protoss players do, is they send Zealots around on little attacking journeys because they can. Because they're super fast, and they hit hard, and they have the charge ability. And then Zealots show up, or Hydras show up, and actually... Okay, I don't know why that went so much better for the Zealots that time than the last time, but whatever. And here comes a little Archon Stalker army. They're like, okay, so... The Corruptors are annoying. We're just going to make stuff that the Corruptors can't bother. And really, this is the only source of income for Daniel here. His worker count is plummeting. What is blinking there? The Zealot, I guess they died. Anyway, these... I mean, the drones aren't even running. They know their fate is sealed here. Archons casually, 11 kills, 9 kills, 16 kills on that Archon. Probably got some kills from over when he was 2 High Templar previously. And oh, Daniel's gonna what? Daniel's gonna come in and kill this 3rd Nexus. The 4th Nexus only has 3 probes at it. Sending some workers to that other base would be a really smart idea here myself, but he's gonna lose the 3rd Nexus. He pulls the army back. And there's some Broodlords here, which is not terrible. Dude, the Hydras cannot stand against this much Protoss might, especially now that they have 2-2-2. Thank you very much. Corruptor, ooh, find this one. Find this one. Oh boy. Broodlords are like, run! We're so fat and slow. Ooh, chomping. They're chomping away now. And, no, wait. No, Stalkers are going to kill you. And he just barely holds on to this only source of income that he has with a couple Stalkers. Oh, look at him trying to kite with the Broodlord. I mean, it's a good effort, man. It really is. Daniel's army consists of 6 Corruptors right now. He's making more Hydralisks. I'm not sure that the Hydras are the answer here. Like, if you had enough Hydras, cost for cost, I think you could probably pull this off. Another Warp Prism dies. Rest in peace, Warp Prisms today. That's the 4th one to go down in 23 minutes. So, man, these Spines are really doing work against these Zealots. Even though they have 2 armor, Hydra using its melee attack animation because the thing it's attacking is right in its face. Love that. Retaking the third base is myself. Daniel's got a hatchery over here that I don't think myself knows about. Nope. But imagine if this was saturated for Daniel. It'd be great. He's lost too many drones, though. He's lost a total of 54 workers. He has 18 remaining. He just can't keep up economically at this stage is the problem. And this feels pretty GG to me. Oh, somehow the Corruptors made it killing the fourth base. Oh, the Hydras are here too. Somehow myself finds himself in a base race. Even though he could completely crush this army if they were directly engaging with each other. Charge lots to deal with the Hydras. Yes! There we go. Corruptors. Okay, that ninja base is back. This third base is back. It's 24-6 worker count. I don't know where Daniel's drones are for him to have 6 drones. We could find out, but let's watch this entire base die to the power of Archons and Stalkers. Doing bonus to armored, which buildings are. The Archons are doing bonus to biological, which Zerg buildings are. It's a very good army for base racing. These Hydras just get eaten alive. These Corruptor. Oh, the recall. I don't know that you need to save this Nexus, actually. It's not providing you any real value. But sure, whatever. So Daniel's dead. Where are his drones? That's the game we're playing today. Oh, he's mining over here. Okay. All right, sure. Mining at his third base location. All right, so GG, man. It's like Daniel's not GGing out, but his army consists of 3 Corruptors. Oh, he made some Zerglings. Oh, and the blink down to the low ground. Hot stuff from myself there. I love that blink. Yeah, spellcasting. Like, it doesn't have to be big fancy spellcasting. Like, blink is great. Corrosive Bile is great. That's not big fancy spellcasting either. That's pretty easy to do. Can really give you some value. So yeah, trying to get promoted, learn how to spellcast. And just start small if you don't know how to spellcast at all. Figure out Caustic Spray. Figure out Blink. Figure out Stim. That counts as a spell, right? Figure out Corrosive Bile for sure. Like, if you're using Ravagers and you're not using Corrosive Bile, you're doing it extremely wrong. Corrosive Bile is a big important part of that Ravager unit's uses. GG! Capital G, myself taps out. And bam, he's our winner in 27 minutes. So well done to myself, and a pretty darn scrappy game. And at the end of the game, you know, everyone's spending their money well. Like, sometimes in these games, people are floating 5,000, 10,000 minerals, 20,000 minerals, and it's just like, man, if you spent your money, you could win this game. But you know what? I don't think that's true for either of these players. If you'd spend the 300 minerals, you'd have won. Nah, Daniel needed more than that. He just needed more bases. His build wasn't very good, and he ate Storms too much, which is just an advantage that Protoss players are going to have over Zerg players at this level. Storm is just so good. Myself won this game despite losing 6 Nexuses, which is a little bit nuts. Like, to lose 6 Nexuses and win is crazy. 73 drones died, 27 probes went down. On Archon, 4 Colossus to those Corruptors went down too. Kind of stopped using Storm at the end of the game there, but that's okay. Charge Lord Archon was doing enough work, and the Stalkers were too. So 2 Brood Lords went down, 89 Hydralisks, really the meat of the army in this game. A lot of dead Hydras. Resources lost 34,000 for Daniel and 22 for myself. So that is the win for the Protoss today. Well done. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void, and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
The path of ascension is